wholeness in this room today. I declare wholeness in this room today. Wholeness in your mind.
Okay, we are starting right away. Prayers has been made, and to God be the glory. The internet is restored fine. I'm going to do something now. I'm going to end the Facebook live stream and commence it again. Maybe let's take the stream on WhatsApp on YouTube alone. Okay, so let's go. Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation. We are reading chapter 20 from verse 1 of Numbers. Then came the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, of fig or vine or pomegranate, neither is there any water to drink. Verse 6. And Moses and Aaron went from the presence of the assembly unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and they fell upon their faces, and the glory of the Lord appeared unto them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Take the rod, and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rod before their eyes, and he shall give forth his water, and that shall bring forth to them water out of the rock. So leave the congregation and their beasts drink. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock, and he said unto them, Now hear now, ye rebels, must we fetch ye water out of this rock? Sorry. Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice, and the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, because he believed me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, and therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them. This is the water of Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified in them. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus said thy brother Israel, Thou knowest all the trouble that has befallen us, how our father went down into Egypt, and we dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. And we cried unto the Lord. He heard our voice and sent an angel and brought us forth out of the land out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the field or through the vineyard, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right nor to the left until we pass thy borders. And Edom said unto him, Thou shalt not pass by, lest I come out against thee with the sword. And the children of Israel said unto him, We will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink of thy water, and I will pay for it. I will only without doing anything else. I will only without doing anything else go through on my foot. And he said, Thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through their border. Therefore Israel turned away from him. And the children of Israel, even the whole congregation, journeyed from Kadesh and came unto Mount Hor. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in Mount Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Israel, because he rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring them up unto Mount Hor. And strip Aaron of his garment, and put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, and shall die there. And Moses did as the Lord commanded, and they went up into Mount Hor in the sight of all the congregation. And Moses stripped Aaron of his garment and put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aaron died there in the top of the mount. And Moses and Eleazar came down from the mount. And when all the congregation saw that Aaron was dead, they mourned for Aaron 30 days, even all the house of Israel. We're going to proceed to read the next chapter, but I'm going to share a few things before we proceed. Did you? God had told God had told Moses and Aaron that they should actually speak to the rock. Earlier, it had been strike the rock, and water will come out. That was his commandment. And they struck the rock, and water came out. This time around, God said, "Don't strike the rock. Speak to the rock. That's what I want at this very point in time." And they struck the rock, and water came out. The miracle happened, but God was displeased, and God said, "For this reason, Aaron has sinned before, and God pardoned him. But this time around, Aaron and Moses, for this reason, they're going to enter the promised land." I have spoken from the one. I mean, I've spoken often about presumptuousness. Please, 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 in your walk with God, do not be presumptuous. So God told you do it this way yesterday, and He speaks to you today. Please ask Him, Lord, how do I do it? Otherwise, the thing you did yesterday and got, and the thing you did yesterday and got, and the thing you did yesterday and got an appraiser, do it today and could end yourself an injury, a lifetime injury. Imagine that Moses and Aaron have labored so much, interceded on behalf of Israel for all their scriptures. You come to the point where you see that Bible said that, sorry about that. Verse 21. And when King every soul that is beaten, when you look at upon it, shall live. And Moses made a serpent of brass and put it upon a pole, and it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of the brass, he lived. The children of Israel set to forward and pitched in Oboth, and the surgeon from Oboth and pitched at Abarim, in the wilderness which is before Moab, toward the sun rising. And then they removed and pitched in the valley of Zared. From then they removed and pitched on the side of Anon, which is in the wilderness that cometh out of the coast of the Amorites. For Anon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Therefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord that he did what he did in the Red Sea and in the book of Anon. And the streams, sorry, a moment, and the streams of the brooks that go down to the dwelling of Ar and light upon the border of Moab. And from thence they went to Beer, that is the well thereof, that is, the well thereof of the Lord. The well thereof, the well thereof the Lord spake unto Moses, gather the people together, and I will give them water. Then Israel sang this song, spring up, O well, spring up, O well, sing ye unto it. The princes dig the well, the nobles and the people digged it by the direction of the lawgiver with their staffs, and from the wilderness they went. From the wilderness, they went to Matana, and from Matana to Nahaliel, and from Nahaliel to Bamoth, and from Bamoth in the valley that is in the valley of Moab to the top of Pisgah, which looketh towards Jeshimon. And Israel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of Amorites, saying, let me pass through the land. We will not turn into the fields or into the vineyards. We will not drink of the waters of the well, or we will go along the king's highway until we be passed by thy borders. And Sihon would not suffer Israel to pass through through his border, but Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel into the wilderness, and he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. And Israel smote him with the edge of the sword and possessed his land from Anon unto Jabbok. even unto the children of Ammon, from the border of the children of Ammon was for the border of the children of Ammon was strong. And Israel took all the cities, and Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites, in Heshbon, and in all the villages thereof. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and taken all his land out of his hand, even unto Arnon. Wherefore they that speak in Hebrew in Proverbs say, come into Heshbon, let the city of Sihon be built and prepared. For there is a fire gone out of Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon. It has consumed Ar of Moab, and the lords of the high places of Anon. Woe to thee, Moab, thou art undone, O people of Shemosh, he that giveth his sons that escaped and his daughters into captivity unto Sihon, king of the Amorites. We have shot at them. Heshbon is perished unto Dibon, and we have laid them with even unto Nepah, which reacheth unto Medeba. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites. And Moses sent to spy out Jizah, and they took the villages thereof, and drove out the Amorites that were there. And they turned and went up by the way of Bashan, and Og the king of Bashan went out against them, he and all his people, to the battle of Edrei. And the Lord said unto Moses, fear him not, for I have delivered him into thy hand, and all his people and his land, and thou shalt do to him as thou did unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, which dwelt in Heshbon. So they smote him and his sons and all his people until there was none left him alive, and he possessed his land. We're going to proceed to the next chapter, which is the third chapter for the day. But I wanted to say something. I wanted to say something. I seem to have missed it. Yes, just to remind you or let you know, however it suits you, um, whatever category you find yourself in. You know that the New Testament revealed to us that it was the disobedience of Moses that increased the suffering of Christ at Calvary. The pain, the passion of Christ, the agony that Christ went through. It was the disobedience of Moses. Remember, the Bible said the rock that followed them was Christ. When Israel moved, a rock followed them throughout the journey. When Israel moved, a rock followed them throughout the journey. The Testament said that rock was Christ. Christ was to be smitten in the New Testament. But Moses' disobedience of striking another time led to Christ's agony increasing. One reason God did not spare him, because he had practically increased his disobedience had practically increased the punishment of the Messiah to come, his son, Jesus the Lord. You never know what your disobedience will do in prophecy. You never know the altercation, you never know the alteration, you never know the increase, you never know the disservice your disobedience will cause in the line of prophecy for yourself, for your children, for future generations, for the society. Be careful to obey God. Be careful to carry out God's task exactly as He told you. If you don't know how you should carry it, ask Him. If He told you to do it, then ask Him how to do it. Because your disobedience can bring about what is beyond you. A calamity, a catastrophe than what is beyond you. So another thing I want to say before we proceed to the third chapter of the day, God had promised to Israel. You notice that Moses and Israel went to Edom and said, please, we don't want to fight with you, just let us pass. You know why they made that appeal? You know who Edom is? Edom is their brother, like they said. Edom is the lineage of Lot. Lot, so they couldn't have fought Lot. Lot lineage. So that's a matter of information for your pocket. And then eventually you see God had told them earlier, go into your hand, Heshbon, and none begin to contend with it. You see, it didn't just come by it didn't just come by that. Eventually they got to a point where they were confronted by the king, by the Canaanite king, and they contended with them practically, and then inhabited the land. They were passing, it was the king that saw them passing and then gathered armies against them. That was the trap. And when he came against them, Israel fought back and then destroyed them. So God is faithful to his word, to his promises, and you have a role to play. The promises that God has made concerning your life, you have to contend for them in prayers. Insist, insist on those things that God has told you, and they will come to pass. Don't slack, don't slack. Let's move to the next chapter for the day, chapter 22. Let's check this quickly. And Balaam said unto Balak, build me here 7 altars. Sorry, I think we've missed something. Verse 22. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab on this side Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. And Moab was so afraid of the people because they were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. And Moab said unto the elders of Midian, now shall this company lick up all that are round about us, as the ox licketh up the grass of the field. And Balak the son of Zippor was the king of the Moabites at that time. He sent messengers therefore unto Balaam the son of Beor of Petor, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, behold, there is a people come out from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me these people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure I shall prevail, that we may smite them, and that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot that he whom thou blessed is blessed, and he whom thou cursed is cursed. And the elders of Moab and the elders of the Midianites departed with the reward of divination in their hands. And they came unto Balaam and spake unto him the words of Balak. And he said unto them, Lord, hear this night, and I will bring you word again, as the Lord shall speak unto me. And the prince of Moab, as the Lord shall speak unto me, and the prince of Moab abode with Balaam. And God came to Balaam and said, what men are these with thee? And Balaam said unto God, Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, that sent unto me, saying, behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which cover the face of the earth. Come now and curse me them. Peradventure I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out. And God said unto Balaam, thou shalt not go with them. Thou shalt not curse the people, for they are blessed. They are blessed. And Balaam rose up in the morning and said unto the prince of Balaam, get ye out into your land, for the Lord refused to give me leave to go with thee. And the prince of Moab stood up, and they went unto Balak, and said, Balaam refused to come with us. And Balak sent yet again princes more and more honorable than they. And they came to Balaam and said to him, thus said Balak the son of Zippor, let nothing, I pray thee, hinder thee from coming unto me. I will promote thee unto very great honor, and I will do whatsoever thou sayest unto me. Come, therefore, I pray thee, curse me these people. And Balaam answered and said unto the servants of Balak, if Balak will give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the word of the Lord my God to do less or more. Now therefore I pray you, tarry ye also here this night, that I may know what the Lord will say unto me more. And God came unto Balaam at night and said unto him, if the men come to call thee, arise up and go with them. But yet the word which I shall say unto thee, that shalt thou do. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass and went with the prince of Moab. And God's anger was kindled because he went, and the angel of God stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his two servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And the ass turned aside out of the way and went into the field, and Balaam smote the ass to turn her into the way. But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyard, a wall being on his side and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrust herself onto the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of the Lord went forward and stood in narrow place where was no way to turn either to the right hand or to the left. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was wrought, and he smote the ass with the staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, What have I done unto thee that thou hast smoten me these 3 times? And Balaam said unto the ass, Because thou hast mocked me, I would were a sword in my hand, for now would I kill thee. And the ass said unto Balaam, Am not I thy ass, upon which thou hast ridden ever since I was dying unto this day? Was was I ever one to do so unto thee? And he said, Nay. And the Lord opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and he saw one in his hand, and he bowed down his head and fell flat on his face. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Wherefore hast thou smitten thy ass these 3 times? Behold, I went out to stand against thee, because thy way is perverse before me. And the ass saw me and turned from me these 3 times. Unless she had turned from me, surely now also I had slain thee and saved her life. And Balaam said unto the angel of the Lord, I have sinned, for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me. Now therefore, if it please thee, I will get me back again. And the angel of the Lord said unto Balaam, Go with this man, but only the word that I shall speak unto thee, that thou shalt speak. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him unto the city of Moab, which is in the border of Anon, which is in the uttermost coast. And Balak said unto Balaam, Did I not earnestly send unto thee to call thee? Wherefore camest thou not unto me? Am I not able indeed to promote thee to honor? And Balaam said unto Balak, Lo, I am come unto thee. Have I now any power at all to say anything? The word that God putteth in my mouth, that shall I speak. And Balaam went with Balak, and they came unto Kijat Huzoth. And Balak offered oxen and sheep, and sent to Balaam and the princes that were with him. And it came to pass on the morrow that Balak took Balaam and brought him up in the high place of Baal, that thence he might see the uttermost part of the people. I had said to us, we're going to get into the next chapter soon, the next and the final chapter soon. I had said to us earlier, when God asks you to do a thing, please, ask you to do a thing, please, ask him, how do I do it? He comes again tomorrow and say, there's something, I want you to do something, ask him, how do I do it? He will be pleased. Ask him with a pure heart. You see, Balak, God had told him, don't go. On that same matter, God had told him, don't go. He went. He said, you're not going to go. But his mind was on the gift. When they came second time, when they came second time, with more noble gift and more noble princes, he actually, his mind was interested there. His mind, God, the Bible said that his way, the angel of the Lord declared that his way was not perfect. Be very careful. God watches the heart. While you ask him, Lord, should I do this thing? Be sincere. But if you ask God for a thing by an idol in your heart, you want this thing. You actually want this thing, and God has even seen that if He tells you, "I don't want you to have this thing," you will not agree. You know what God may do? He would give you. He will tell you, "Yeah, do it." That is not that you are making you because that's what you actually want to do. Whether He approves it or not, your mind is there to go. He will tell you, "Yeah, do it." And if you take that journey, whatever you see, you take. Because you are on the path of what they call the permissive will of God. Permissive will of God. And it's very dangerous to be in the permissive will. Very dangerous. When you ask God for a thing, ask Him with a pure heart. Tell Him how you feel about the matter. Tell Him this is how I feel. Please, in fact, when you disbelieve, say, Lord, I, Lord, I believe. Help thou the element of unbelief in me. Be sincere in your dealing with God. Don't come to God with crooked hearts because He knows your heart already. Balaam was being crooked and he almost cost him his life. And to add, before we proceed to the last chapter of the day, this word can be for you. If the eyes of an ass can be opened by God to see to see God's angel, and even to speak, you are more better and greater than an ass, than a donkey. God can open your eyes to see. You can desire that your eyes see and your ears hear from God. And with the argument of the ass, God, if you consider the earth's eyes worth opening, and I am better, better and greater in ranking than the earth, please open my eyes, show me greater mighty things than the wilderness. Remember, the earth was not sleeping, it was broad daylight. The earth was not sleeping. It was a pure revelation. It was a practical eyes being opened. I and you are qualified as God's children to have our eyes open to see visions of the day, visions of the night, trances, desire it, and God would bring that glorious desire to pass for it. It's a glorious desire. The final chapter of the day. And Balaam said unto Balak, build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 oxen and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had spoken, and Balak and Balaam offered on every altar a bullock and a ram. And Balaam said unto Balak, stand by the burnt offering, and I will go, peradventure the Lord will come to meet me, and whatever he swore to me, I will tell thee. And he went to an high place. And God met Balaam, and he said unto him, I have prepared 7 altars, and I have offered upon every altar a bullock and a ram. And the Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth, and said, return unto Balak, and thus shalt thou say. And he returned unto him, and said, he stood by his burnt sacrifice, he and all the princes of Moab. And he took up his parable, and said, Balak the son of Moab has brought me from Aram out of the mountain of the east, saying, come and curse Jacob, and come defy Israel. How shall I curse how shall I curse whom God has not cursed, and how shall I defy whom the Lord has not defied? From the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob, and the number of the fourth part of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my last end be like his. And Allah said unto Balaam, what hast thou done unto me? I took thee to curse my enemies, and behold, thou hast blessed them altogether. And he answered and said, must I not take heed to speak that which the Lord hath put in my mouth? And Balak said unto him, come, I pray thee, unto me, unto another place, and thence thou mayest see them. From thence thou mayest see them, thou shalt see them, but the uttermost part of them, and thou shalt not see them. Okay, thou shalt see but the uttermost part of them, and shalt not see them all, and cast me them from thence. And he brought him into the field of Zophim, the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. And he said unto Balak, stand here by thy burnt offering, while I meet the Lord yonder. And the Lord met Balaam, and put a word in his mouth, and said, go again unto Balak, and say thus. When he came to him, and behold, he stood by the burnt offering, and the princes of Moab with him. And Balak said unto him, what hath the Lord spoken? And he took up his parable and said, rise up, Balak, and hearken unto me, thou son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Has he said, and shall he not do it? Has he spoken, and shall he not make it good? You that have received the commandment to bless, and has blessed, and he has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. He has not beheld iniquity in Jacob, neither has he seen perversion in Israel. The Lord is his God, the Lord his God is with him, and the shout of a king is among them. God brought them out of Egypt. He has, as it were, the strength of an unicorn. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what has God wrought? Behold, the people shall rise up as a great lion, and lift up himself as a young lion. He shall not lie down until he eat of the prey, and drink the blood of the slain. And Balak said unto Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. But Balak answered and said unto Balak, do not I thee, saying, all that the Lord speaketh, that I must do? And Balak said unto Balaam, come, I pray thee, and I will bring thee into another place. Peradventure it will please God that thou mayest cause me them from thence. And Balak brought Balaam unto the mount of Peor, that looketh towards Jeshimon. And Balak said unto Balaam, build me here 7 altars, and prepare me here 7 bullocks and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had said, and offered a bullock and a ram on every altar. Men and brethren, life is spiritual. You see, Balak was a politician, was a king, but he knew that if he would prevail, is from the spiritual realm. He hired Balaam to they call Balaam a prophet or a diviner or a soothsayer. He hired him, he called him to come and curse Israel. He knew that if he could succeed in the spiritual realm, he would succeed. The physical realm will be his goals will be achieved. I'm calling for your attention. Understand that every sphere of life is spiritual. The business front is spiritual. The academic front is spiritual. Entertainment front is spiritual. All the mountains of influences, all every front of the mountain of influences are spiritual. The ignorant are the ones that go about and think that things are happening the way they wanted it all together. Be very mindful. Life is what's spiritual. Don't just take on adventures without consulting or without asking God for a blessing. Don't take on your academics without asking God for his blessing. Don't take on business. Don't take on career without asking God for it. Always seek the blessing of the God of heaven. You know, it's very important. Otherwise, if you go into any phase of life without the blessing, you become a casualty. Become a casualty, victim of other people's altars. You become a victim of other people's sacrifices and speaking. Israel didn't know what was happening. Maybe Moses knew because Moses was a spiritual man. Maybe he knew. Maybe Moses was at this point in time standing in the gap, interceding, intercession. Just maybe. That's why when Balaam said he had not beheld iniquity in Jacob. Maybe Moses had sanctified him at this point in time and was interceding. And then Israel was found spotless without sin at that point in time. Go with this word. The world we are in, the world we are is very spiritual. Please don't treat it like that is like it's not. Otherwise, you fall a prey to other people's altar. Israel would have fallen a prey to the altar of Balak if God was not in their midst. I hope God is in your midst. If God is not in your midst, if you don't have God in you, you will become a prey to another person's altar. Summarily, he said, there shall be no enchantment against Jacob or any division against Israel. You have God in you. Enchantment will not work against you. Divination will not work against you. If you're a child of God, living holily, standing in righteousness and truth before God. If you're a child of God, living uprightly, standing in righteousness and truth before God, there will surely, surely, there will be no enchantment, there will be no divination against you. They will not stand, they will not come to pass. That is the word of the Lord unto you. And please take it seriously. Oh, it's a scripture I quote often at times. The scripture I quote, there shall be no enchantment against princes, nor shall there be any division against me, against my family. And I'm going to end on that note now. Oh, the Lord bless you, the Lord keep you, the Lord make his face shine upon you, the Lord be gracious upon you, the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. And I declare that surely there shall be no enchantment against you, or any division against you, child of God. In the name of Jesus Christ, the Lord, I pray. Amen. See you again tomorrow. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.